Good evening, friends. Welcome to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. And I'm trying my hand at this time-lapse thing. I've never gotten it quite to work. But this... so it is now September of 1995. Yes. The scale of which we're traveling through... cheers. A Czech one is Budvar. Whatever it is, but a Czech lager, original Czech lager, owned by the Czech Republic. It says on it, whatever that means. I think that this particular can is mine. I think I own it. But anyway. But yes, we are in October of 1995 and we can see rail being constructed here, It's all in... yes, this the time scale I was supposed to at least mention. So the original length here, I think it's about 5 hours. Not all of those 5 hours will be active, as in I'm doing things. No, most of it will, much of it will be just watching what the game is up to, and so here, whilst it tries to figure out what I have asked it to do, and we can watch the winter and the snow, and then subsequently the snowplows clearing the roads just in time for new snow to fall. Yes, and so it goes. In January, we're also keeping an eye on the population. If we want to, the demographic is right there. It always goes down a little bit in winter, but here we were at a solid 57,000, and it will be going down. Spoiler alert! Are you supposed to say what's going to happen? I don't know. I told you, this time-lapse thing is not something I'm used to. Here we're relocating vehicles. Yes, this is a much more convenient way of doing it, obviously. Yes, in actuality, we all know how much, or we who know how much work this actually is and how much time it takes. So there we put in a heating plant for the future city here. And another one of these enormous storage things is what we're trying to build here. I like it a lot since it stores everything, and such. It's just that it is maybe slightly, it is very, unbalanced. Since it can hold so much, what is it, 30,000 tons of steel it can take. That's a bit too much. Maybe 10,000 tons, or the equivalent of open storage. There we by the way, had a slight starvation crisis in Hansasino due to trains, as usual. And I'm trying to get through a bypass railroad through the absolute to the choke point, the real choke point by the nuclear plant. It was a good idea to have it as a choke point, is to see all the trains stopped by the nuclear power plant and queue and so on. But it's not working since they introduced these fast signals. It is not working very reliably. And if we assume that the fast signals do something, I've just drawn in a track parallel to the other one, and we'll see what it does with it. I haven't followed up on it yet, I don't think. Although I can't. No more trains have been stuck, as far as I'm aware, though. Yes, this is medium voltage switch building at high speed. It's almost the same speed as you get when you click, the money button. Yes, we can. Here we have the television mast, the radio mast, the long wave for foreign communication. Yes, we have 7 people or something working in there. 3 actors, moderators, and some regular folk doing incredible incredibly terrible radio. No one. It is not intended for domestic consumption. I have said it to 100% communist propaganda here in 1997. I don't know what effect it will have. It says there is no listeners, but of course there are no listeners internally. We do FM regularly. We don't even have the people. I think they have receivers for the long wave thing. Oh, yes, that thing. Yes, here we are trying to fill this place up with all sorts of things that we have, and I think that most of it eventually will make it there. The embassy, yes, is just done, and that is just as advertised. It is a maybe we can look at it later. There will be more things to see here probably soon. Yes, this hospital, that's a terrible thing. That was the nuclear rape process. Yes, this hospital, you see, they get stuck in winter. They got stuck in winter, the ambulances and the snowplows, and that's basically why the population has been in decline here. More one of the reasons, at least. Yes, is this making any sense? I don't think so. That I figure out. You know, the nuclear reprocessing plant it has a one-way street in and one-way street out for some reason. Don't know why, but maybe it has something to do with how you're supposed to use. I don't know. Anyway, I had to fix that, and this took forever to build. Because concrete was in short supply. Yes, or cement rather was in short supply. Here's the cement truck, and there it is. Yes, I think that we're getting closer to the end here of this close-ish to the end here of this thing. And yes, right about there, in fact. And here we are. It's the 11th of December. I would just like myself, or I need myself one of these. Right. Saved and synchronized. For the moment at least, and for a little while to go to, it is already unsynchronized. Yes, it drifts for some reason. Let's see here now, things are a bit out of the ordinary, but I think it's all, the tape is rolling and such. Yes, it is rolling there, and then there it's also rolling. Yes. So, it's the night before Lucia. It doesn't really mean anything, because I think that Lucia is actually on the night on the 13th. It's not. Yes, there's no day before. It's not that sort of thing. So we can talk about that tomorrow. Right, the embassy. Yes, we have a foreign embassy, Svidava embassy. I don't know, does it have a flag or something? I read that you could customize by painting, open a file somewhere and paint. I don't know about that. Apparently we have the American embassy. Okay. Well, we could do amerikanska ambassaden. I mean, that would be very reasonable. The American embassy. Although imperialistsvinen. Yes, I think that will do something. Although it is the hammer and sickle here, and yes, it's a foreign. Anyway, it works. It is a factory that does not have neither input nor output. It just uses workforce, I suppose. It doesn't actually produce anything. Right. And eventually here, the idea then would be that we should get, a town built up around this. Yes. The town should also have a bus platform, of course, so that in the event we would like to do something else out here with them, we could drive them out. But this is the main event here, and well, not all is of course prepared still, because we don't have any of these heat exchangers. No. We're going to need a few of those. Like quite a few. And then we're going to need an enormous amount of... how far down there will they reach? They won't reach anyway. Yes, the pipe, steel and mechanical components. I don't know how much we've got up here so far. I don't imagine it's nearly enough. So something like that ought to do it. Well, we're not quite done though. First of all, we need to manage to hook up road to these so that we can actually get to them. This is not really a road, though. This is more like a way of saying that you can drive here. As the only vehicles in the game who can travel off-road are the ones felling trees in the forest. Yes, they can actually work off-road and drive around in the forest. The only heating plant is there, and we are here. This is the furthest one. So they have changed the default curvature here. It doesn't... No, but I want... It doesn't swerve as much as it used to. Well, it didn't used to swerve at all. Yes, but in the meantime, in the interim there, it did swerve a bit. And then some other infrastructure is in the way. Yes, but we can do a really sharp up turn here and then just go over the road. There we go. Wasn't that the furthest one? No, this is the furthest one, and that might be a little bit too far, maybe. Some other infrastructure is in the way. You're telling me you're not tall enough to go over the road? Is that it? This I don't think will make it all the way, you know. This must be too long. Yes, at which point does it... Okay. Yes, since we're already here, we can have a little pumping thing here. Heat pumping station. Can't build due to infrastructure. Well, exactly what infrastructure are you referring to here now? There is none. There is none. Yes, the terrain is a bit uneven, but maybe you can do something about that. Like that, maybe. And then no problem at all. You're even willing to... yes, you're even willing to do a road auto-magically here. Okay, and then come out of here again. This place is going to need electricity, you know. I do know. This one is the furthest away, and this one is the... It doesn't make any difference nor sense where you put these anyway. And you won't understand it later neither, whichever way you do it, so it really doesn't matter. there we go. There we go. And here. As this is the easiest one. We try a thread in between. Should we at least aim for the same height? Yes, we could aim for it. But we're going to either overshoot or... Now it's going to look as though we have attempted to make something and failed, rather than it looking like we didn't even bother to try. But there we go. 241 tons of steel, 28 tons of mechanical components. Yes, let's get going. That's a lot of steel. How much do we have here? 500 tons. How much mechanical components? None. None? Aren't you going here? Little mechanical component train. Yes. But you cannot manage to unload 100% here every time. Maybe we use it. I don't know. It might be. But that we now doubt it. Alcohol, we have managed to fill up 443 tons of food. Yes, be a bit careful here now that we don't happen to dump a lot of food into here that's supposed to go somewhere else. Maybe our first locomotive. Where are you? Yes, it's the first one on the list. You first go to Stockholm. Yes, and then you go here and unload what's left, and then you go to the warehouse and so on. So it should be safe-ish. But why that mechanical component train hasn't made it here, I don't know. I do not. Yes, cheers. Now, since it's winter time and we haven't gotten the heating infrastructure in yet, there's really no sense in doing a whole lot of different things neither. We could do a bit of electricity maybe. That we could do. About there, and then the substation down here. Like this. Building in the way. No. You are never fussy. Told you. You're never fussy. Here could be another place that would cover like very much of mostly everything. It's just a bit intrusive to have it here. Also, they have the tendency to get overloaded later on as the town grows. Correct. Cannot build due to infrastructure again. Yes, you can. You just don't realize what you need to do in preparation for such a thing. This is probably going to struggle a little bit here. Yes, it is going to struggle a little bit. It may in fact be impossible, this one. If we show the wireframe, yes, the lighting conditions are not optimal for this. But it is a sheer cliff here, so too steep of a descent, you don't say. So that's not going to work, but this might. Yes. It takes a bit of digging here, but I think that this will do. As this thing gets a magnificent road for some reason. This though presumes that there is enough space to get underneath here, which there isn't. Although here, too steep of an incline. Does it really have to be that difficult to get something out? What are you trying to do here? Silly things. Come on. Yes, this is more along the lines of. But here again, there is a pipe that is probably very low to the ground. Yes, indeed. I'm not going to go around the pipe. Don't be silly. But even though it isn't built yet, I don't think that we can take out just a middle section and get them to build it. I think that we have to do all of it, regrettably. Like that. And then again, with the pipe, it's not connected to the building. There you go. That doesn't look particularly right. What shall you do? Well, okay, I didn't remove all of it, I see. Yes, we had probably driven 200 tons of steel out here already. That got lost. 67 tons, okay. Yes, electricity. We were done with the heating. Yes, but it got in the way. Would you imagine that? What the hell is this? That seems like a really sharp angle of connection for one of those. Where are you? You're not going. Wait a minute here. Where are you going? Down there? Yes. I think that we should put the switch up here, just in case. Okay, I think that you are an electrical engineer here. Indeed. It is so well thought out, especially the high voltage network is really a thing to behold and to you can just bask in it. Really, it's so fantastic and so logical and easy to understand, and all of these things. We're not finished. You have gotten to there. Yes, there's a bit more to go. Where was the last substation? That was there. Okay, so a little bit further down the road here. Here maybe. Can't build due to infrastructure. Are you sure about this? I mean, really sure about this? It would seem so. As it is so uneven ground here that's why we're having a bit of issues with this. But we can put it here. It's no problem. Here? Yes, here. Yes, and then you're going to need another switch. Very pretty, in the vicinity and such here of this. The last switch was there, yes. And there's the substation, so about here. Here we have road. Lovely. Right, so from here down to there overlaps with things. I'm sure it does. And then up there is where we're going. Okay. Like that. Pretty much like that, yes. Now this is being fed from a transformer down that way, somewhere. That's not what we want to use for this. We want to come off the transformer over here, out here, wherever it is. And on the way, yes, we're going to power some things here too. Here maybe, for example. Another power switch, another medium voltage switch. Yes, another one of these. You need a lot of them when doing this. And yes, the heating plant is now actually being powered by the transformer from far away, I think. Does it matter? No. It doesn't. It is also being powered by workforce people from far away. Yes, we don't have any people here yet. This is maybe not the ideal way to do this. In fact, it is not completely hopeless way to do it. It is at least somewhat possible. And there we go. Right, clickety click. 31st of December of 19 years. Happy New Year's. Cheers. Happy New Year. I did spend money apparently last year, $3,849. That's terrible. Vehicles exported. Okay. Not exactly sure how that happened. Maybe threw something away or something. I don't know. But we have also exported 15,000. Yes, probably thrown something old away there too. Otherwise, not much of note here. Domestic production and consumption, 5 tons of nuclear waste. From crops, 25,000. Iron ore. Never mind. The crops, 25,000 tons. This, I think that we have quite a bit of overproduction here now. No. You don't. You used 25,000 tons, and you produced how much? Did you say? About the same. And you were planning on expanding on the population. Yes, it was. Why isn't the farming working as it's supposed to? or what's going on. How much grain we have in here, for example. It's working really well. We have an enormous surplus. It was a bad year, maybe, it didn't rain, or it rained too much, and the sun didn't shine. There's always something when it comes to that sort of business. Did we also do the quite important last bit here? No, we did not. This comes directly from the transformer. Yes, we can reuse this or continue this. It's only for the gas station and some tiny things here. So that yes. What is it now? Heat pumping station 5 in the culture capital is on fire. Right. I hope every now and then something burns down for silly reasons, such as, snowplows being stuck in traffic and not being able to understand that they should maybe back away, get off the road when the hospital is burning right in front of them, and such. But no. Yes, people are commuting here to work at the fire station. Yes, look at it, it's working. Fantastic. Very good. Here's a digger out for some reason. The Lorna medium voltage switch. Are you going all the way from... You must be kidding. You're going out here somewhere, and you have driven all the way from... Okay then. It might be done before we get there. We'll see. Yes, they all have the same color, and they also all have the same license plate, which is a little bit suspicious, I have to say. And they have some sort of tax sticker or something. I don't think that we have road tax here. But there's some sort of sticker in the window. They should really learn to park also, I mean, this joker here. What were you thinking? You are doing all right, but then you say, "Oh, you're supposed to park in between the lines." Yes. There go. One goes out on the snowy roads. Yes, we have technical service offices everywhere, and it's just not possible to keep up, or something. I don't know. Let's see if we take, for example, this parking lot here. How far does it reach? .3 kilometers out there you can go. Yes, and then here 1907 meters. Yes. I mean, that's more like bicycle range, or even walking. Yes, the game is on a different scale, of course. Yes. Suppose that the scale is times 10. Yes, then they would be willing to drive 20 kilometers. Oh, you're giving a luxury car for free. The fuel is free. The maintenance, there's no maintenance. There's no nothing. You can be expected to drive a little bit more than 20 kilometers to work. Like 50 maybe. 5 in the game then. maybe it's too CPU intensive to work out. I suppose that's what it is, because this is silly. The limit is silly low. Have you gotten the kinks worked out of this here? This here thing, you think? I don't know. It is a little bit scary, but I think that it's just this looks to be a bit far away, and it is, but not really by much. Right, this thing I had as two-way for some reason, so they could go both ways through here. I don't know what I was thinking, but that obviously is a really bad idea, so now it's not one way instead. And since doing that change, we have not had an issue. Although this is still two ways, so if you want to go out of here, you do not have to go through the train diesel station. Right? And then all of this, of course, is part of this, since we have single track here. And so we do probably get a bit of queuing and waiting every now and then. But it's all part of how the railroad works. And right now it seems that there is no one really very upset about this, or even waiting. That wouldn't have happened to have been the thing electronics mechanical component. It was not. No. We do have a special train that might even be filled with mechanical components. Here, what do you have? Yes, 172 tons. That will do quite lovely down here. Although this is not where it's at, you know. Neither is this. This is something completely different. Yes, we can even turn this off and try and navigate a bit, and we see that it is over here that we want to be. You are right now there. You could go to Katzin Shadow Warehouse. That was probably temporary. Let's say you go in here, you unload 100% sure, and then you can do this thing again. Don't do that though. Oh. Do we send you to load up? No, we don't. You have 172 tons on board. That's going to do quite a lot down here. There we go, heading out on quite a journey. And we have plenty of things to look at too. The palace of the Soviets still standing. Yes. Great, it hasn't burnt down a second time. Yes, for those who are not here, yes, pretty much as soon as the first one of those were finished, after many years of hard labor and many deaths and things related to it, it caught fire, and I did not have fire protection. Yes, it was lost. But we built another one, also at a great cost. What are you doing? I mean, I suppose you're doing the best you can with the cards you've been dealt here regards to railroad. And it is pretty no, it's not hope. It's working. Actually, all of this area is working pretty much flawlessly for some reason. It is incredibly complex, and so many things going on. But I don't recall there being a hiccup since forever. Yes, here we can see the palace of Soviet. We have Stalin and Lenin here on the face of it. As you see, Lenin, Stalin. And now could we remove Stalin maybe, and maybe Lenin too? But Stalin particularly feels a bit, so. I mean, if it was Hitler, it would be there would be all sorts of cries about all sorts of things. But now Stalin we can joke about. Yes, we can joke about Stalin, but we can't joke about Hitler. We could joke about Hitler, but not anymore. In the 70s they could joke about Hitler. Fawlty Towers, for example. Maybe we can joke about Hitler, but anyway, that's quite a bit of a side track there, a siding and tangent that is probably better left untraveled. Yes, you went before, which is good. You are actually carrying food. It's a very good prioritization. But we're going to have to wait here for a while. Apparently. Yes, meanwhile, if we look 52,000, something is happening here, something is going on, something is not right. 52,000, and it's we should not run the game at high speed. We should figure out what is going on. Somewhere, someone is having significant issues. Okay. Yes, it is. It was that food train that we just saw go by here. I think they were out of food. Wait a minute. There are supposed to be more. There are supposed to be more people here. What's going on? They are reasonably happy, although the population is going down. They are extremely happy. De saliga is for de saliga. That's good. This is good. Inkänd. Allvaret, you're excellent. Longevo, excellent. All of these are excellent. Well, okay. Well, we have lost. Yes, and I think it was that train that we saw go past that they were all waiting for here. But still, everywhere is we can see here. Do we have any adult children? A few. 235. Has it stopped going down? Not really. Where are they going then? This year, they're dying and escaping. And not birthing so much. Are you moving it? Train? Yes, you are. We go back to watching this. It seems to have sort of stabilized around here as last year. As it started going down there. Not good. 55 is where we're supposed to be. Even more. 57. Yes, it will come back. It will come back. agriculture, everything here is very stable. Was it maybe clothing that was the problem? Or is the problem? Because that, but they shouldn't die from that. They do escape though. Yes, your clothing quality here is extremely poor. In the chemists, and maybe here too. No, there it's fine. There it's fine. There we don't know. There it's fine. De saliga, you never know about them. It's fine. Okay, so chemisterna, you're not doing so great there on the clothing, you say. Or you weren't. No, you're still doing terrible. Let's see here, clothing tray. But you have, okay. Yes, this is one of those things that I cannot really then quite explain. Because there are no tons of clothing there, and you all seem to be doing food. This we screw that, and we go out of here, please. Load 100% of clothing and go over there. Unload. Wait until unloaded. I'm sorry, people. It will get better very soon. No electronics neither. What's going on here? Radio and television. You're empty by the time you get here. Okay. Do we have such an appetite for electronics? Yeah, I suppose we do. And we don't seem to quite be making a whole lot of them. That might also be the problem. One worker in the electrical components factory and the 11 in the assembly hall. Yes, that's not a lot. Now, there is it? No, but why wouldn't it be? Because no, they have not gone in there. We simply might not be supplying enough workers. I don't know. Well, they're lazy and take the shortest, the closest workplace. No. I don't understand this quite. Could we get more people here in Sayov? Yes, we could. And allvaret, kemisterna is not maybe a good place to be taking people out of at the moment. But allvaret here is always yes, 305. We empty 2 of these, then about here, and then head north a bit. It is the lack of hospital and related services here that has kept Sayov from prospering. Not only kept it from prospering, but also kept it doing quite badly. In fact, 154 adult children. Okay, we'll take a few out of here too. None of you have a job anyway. Okay. Well, if that's the case, we could probably be running more buses from here. Oh, we could definitely be running more buses from here. Now, there is already a line, uranium workers from Sayov or something, or from Hansasino. I mean, passengers. Hansasino, no. Okay, uranium workers from. Here we go. We have 2 buses. Yes. That will solve 2 things. It will get more workers into here, and it will have. It will impact the unemployment rate here by quite a bit. Too. 88% average productivity. That's not great. You say if we use this and then citizens' living preferences, and then they were without job or something. Living preferences. Working and taking care of worker was unemployed. Yes. Quite a few. But we don't need any more vehicles. No engineers or workers. Okay. Well, I have to say now that I don't quite understand what is going on here. There are like lots of. You're standing still. Oh, you're all standing still right here. For some reason. Oh, there's quite a traffic jam too. What's wrong with you? Why aren't you going? There's no question mark. There's no. And all we can really do is try and depot you and see if that didn't do anything. That neither did anything. I mean, anything really that we can do to try and get things moving a little bit here. What are you doing? Okay, go home. Still though, nothing's really happening here. Disappear. That seems to have done it. Yes, it didn't feel right to me that we had such a surplus of workers in Hansasino here. We don't usually do. And we don't. And we didn't. Now neither. We have poor souls living out here. It's cold. It's It's just no good. Why is it cold, by the way? Is there a problem here too? Oh. This is doing fine. Although right on the edge of its capacity all the time. You get to live on the other side of the nation. Here. Where we actually have really good heating. So good heating that you won't even understand what's going on. How can it be so warm? This is apparently still happening. I would have hoped that all of these measurements that I have taken here should have prevented this. Such is not the case. I think that one thing that was something that we could try then is to put in some sort of thing here. It's the most beautiful streets ever. This is no good. No wonder the population has been going down. It's not sustainable this year. So far, we haven't done that well. We are about even on births and deaths, 100 more deaths, about 2,000 escapes on top of that. They have stopped though, or dwindled, which is very good. And I would suppose it is you down here who are now shopping for clothing like there is no tomorrow. Are you not? No, you okay. You're already done, maybe. Where is it's over here. It's over here is where the city hall is. Yes, clothing quality is going up rather quickly. It's a shame that we had to lose people to that, but there we go. Did the mechanical components make it here? Yes, they did. Very good. You should now be happy and building pipes. Source of workers is empty. Well, there's always something, isn't there? Yes, and your source of workers is here, and whenever there's a construction going on, you empty these places out. When there is no construction going on, there are hundreds and hundreds of people standing around here doing nothing. So that's what it'll be. We have electricity. Excellent. How can you have electricity? They seem to still be working here. On something. Yes, I see they're working on this. Yes, they're working on this wire. That continues here. Why wouldn't you be without power supply? Because this wire hasn't been built, and that's due to lack of workers right around here. Now that we have heating infrastructure and food, Right in here, I think that we could get started on building some residential things here, maybe. What do you think? We could definitely plan a bit and think a bit on how we'd want this to be. We want to create, something university-like, preferably something quite big. University is in here somewhere. University. University. Here we go. This one is just called 20 workers. It seems small as it is not large. The DPRK government headquarters. Yes, but we already have one of these up in the hubris area. What's this? Katowice 1000 art music. This sounds... Now this we could get behind. Art and music school. Yes. Something Polish at that. So... Yes, I think that you'll find that it will be possible. We just need to help you understand this a bit. Or would we want it maybe on this level? Is anything happening? Yes, a little bit is happening. It's just that it is quite a significant difference in height here if you want to do it to that level. Yes. So much so that I think it's worth getting the excavators out here to do the heavy lifting. Yes. Problem is that they do a bit much. And then we really don't have enough bulldozers to do this at a reasonable rate. We have money. We could burn a bit of money on this. Because this is annoyingly slow. Yes. What about this? Can't build due to infrastructure. Need flat terrain. Yes, your footprint seems to be a bit larger than what you actually are, and maybe that is the case. If so, maybe you get to live up here instead. You still cannot be built due to infrastructure. What? What infrastructure is it here? I can't see any. Is it possible to build this anywhere? There, it is possible. Okay, fine. Level all this out. Oh, maybe it was the fire station there that got in the way slightly. We can't have the fire station being in the way of the fine arts here. This is just large. I think that we're going to have to take wherever it pleases to be is where we're going to have to accept it to be. Right, now we have this. If we could find some residential building that would fit here, maybe that would be something. Residential It is in here somewhere. There it is. On Pier House we have a few spire. One of these up here, for example, something like this. If we try and... I'm going to need more bulldozers here. This is not cutting it really. Do I have one? They might be busy building roads, it's something that we do quite a bit here. Apparently it pleased it to be there, so that's where it shall be. I didn't even think to look if it had electrical and heating connections. It probably doesn't. It is probably too far away from that one and too far away from that one, is it not? I would think so. What if we try again with another house here? No, it ought to be fine. So that's like on one level here, and then we'll have a new level. This is not going to cut it, this one bulldozer thing. Where are they all? And yes, I have plenty of bulldozers. You know how long it's going to take them to get over here? A very long time. You know how much they cost? Well, they're not cheap. They're certainly not cheap, but I think that we're having them anyway. Where are you? 102,000 a piece. I don't care. There has to, somewhere we draw the line, and there also where we drew the line. You see this. This is much more like it. There we have one more. We could just line them up here, preferably as far back there as possible. Something like that then. We should maybe check if it is possible to get a foot. Yes, it is. That is not possible though. Neither is that, but it might. Okay. You know, I remember when these didn't care at all about slopes, and it was a better time. Yes, you want to be going this way anyway. Everything is in that direction. Most things are in that direction. Yes, we can continue this footpathing here a little bit. Or we put the street in here somewhere. It's the same thing here with the the ledging of the landscape and such. You need a free excavator. You need a free bulldozer. What the hell did I just buy? They are out refueling. everybody at the same time. Yes. Are you done? No. You're about to be done? Come on. Yes, thank you. Now we can go and get on with it again. Maybe we should get a license to build these bulldozers. They are pretty good. Was I going to do a street or not? Yes, I was. Right, and we get all of that in too. Eventually. And these actually have through streets. That's a bit interesting. Can we use that to Ampere House? It's another one of these. Yes, but then you'd have to think a bit bigger if you'd want to do that. So, no. Although, it may be a bit ridiculous, this end up being, but we shall try. Try anyway. Before we do too much here, where is... Okay, the road connection is there. Because preferably I would like, something like that. Yes, and then here, mod. Spire house. Here. 2 of them. Which it is going to do. Amazingly enough. Then we just overdo these for no reason whatsoever. That didn't turn out so great. That though, and then if we could also hook this up even there, yes, lovely. There and a little bit more street. S. It seems that you got going on this rather than just thinking and planning a bit about it. Yes. Why not? These are a bit unnecessary. Yes, they are. Okay, they should have plenty of work to do here. We also want a bus platform somewhere around here. Not everyone needs to be able to walk to it. We're not going for once. We're not putting it in the center of town, but it would not feel right to have a town of this size without one. Like that. You probably are not within reach of the electricity there. No. I would assume you're not. Do we dare look here? 51,500. It keeps going down, I think, this year. Oh, it has leveled off. Good. It has leveled off. And these, in time that we get these buildings done, they will get relocated. Now, we do not have any kindergartens yet, none. And here we cannot build it due to infrastructure, which is a little bit annoying. Could we do anything about it? I don't think so. No. That would be a no. Do we always need to have the kindergartens on the outskirts of town, far away from everything? Preferably yes. Preferably yes. I mean, it's not completely less out here. Can't build due to infrastructure. What are you talking about? Sure you can. Yes, here they won't have electricity. What is this again? Yes, that's that thing. We need to draw in a circuit down here somewhere. So there's not really any space for it. This will cover to about here, I think, somewhere. Yes, so we need to cover about this, I think about here. And you claim that it is very uneven here, so much so that you can't even do anything about it. I'm not sure I'm quite buying that way of looking at things here. Let's only go as far as there. Put in a switch here. And then go and find the power transformer, wherever that lives. It lives over there. Okay. Oh, and the snow is thawing, isn't it lovely? Spring is upon us. Soon, anyway. What is this that I have tucked away here? Is that train? You have a problem. Right. What? Yes, that's correct. Every time you go in here, we have to help you out. Your radio and television, you are at the end of the road. We have no electronics, but you can turn around. Yes, that's two-way. Why did you go in here? You shouldn't have. We could keep it that way, but then again, this is really not safe. I don't keeping it this way. I don't know. You're probably going in there. Yes, you are. But right, you don't have a. There is your semaphore. For some reason. We'll leave it like this. For now, I don't dare touch it anymore. How is it doing here with the fuel thing? Bitumen? No. Not bitumen. You're not supposed to store bitumen in here. Fuel, you're supposed to store. There we go. Were you actually... yes, you were stopped. Here, how much diesel? 107,680 tons. It's getting pumped from here into here. Yes, I don't know why you ended up with a little bit of bitumen or how, but it happened. But now we're running again. We have stored up a bit of oil. That won't last long though, at this rate. But that's quite all right, you know. Da-dum, dum, 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 da-dum. Dum, da-dum, dum, 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 dum. Yes, and it will be spring before we start moving people in here, which is a good thing. Just in case there would be anything, for example, they're not being finished with the heating pipe. That could be such a thing. No workers, but we do have workers in the heating plant and in the fire station. A bit many, actually, even here. The buses. You wouldn't happen to be, like really close to each other here in traffic. I think that's the other one up ahead. I took a left here by the farm. plenty of people driving around. Nice. Very nice. And pretty soon you'll make it out here, and then things will start happening again. Right? I think so. A school in Pologeo is on fire. Okay. Yes, what I now want to do, what I was, besides building this town, I think that this will do, there is maybe one more thing that is a bit crucial, or two more things that are crucial. A school. Should we go completely non-stock here except for the fire station and try? I don't think there are any really attractive schools. Are there? School. Old school. I don't know. Should we try 10 workers? I think that's the same as the stock one. Yes. If we take a look at the map here, we see railroad stretches to this point currently. This is the end of it. Then if you want to go from here to, say, over there where railroad also exists, you would have to go, something like this. Would it be possible to squeeze a bypass in here somewhere? Maybe. It is night, which is not helping when it comes to scouting for these sorts of things. But here is a mountain. Those are never good when it comes to trains. And we would like to. There are so many things here. Yes, there are so many things here. That autosave just reminded me of something, which is that this is set a bit low. 10 minutes is a good trade-off. Yes, here is the long wave transmitter. Yes, Soviet propaganda. 3%. No listeners. At least not here in our own nation, but far away, better listening. This apparently also has a 700 liter hot water tank for some reason. 700 liters, I don't know. Oh, 700 liters, yes. i.e. 0.7 cubic meters, as in this has 95 cubic meters. Yes. Okay, then it makes sense. Yes, you were scouting for railroad. And I mean, getting through here is there are so many farms and road. Here we could actually get over the road, since the road is a tunnel. Yes, that we could. Where is then railroad again? It's out here, for example. Yes, and it's also maybe it is here, for example. Yes. If right now you're going the wrong way. This is where I want to be going. Now, there's really no point in trying to squeeze the railroad in here unnecessarily. More so than we need. But then again, we want it a little bit scenic. Maybe we can try and see if we can't do something along the mountainside here. With a slightly different bend to it, yes. I'm not quite sure yet exactly where it is that we're going with this, if anywhere. But I see something. Yes, and then we continue to keep on a little bit on the outskirts here. Yes, you always want to keep your railroad as level as possible and avoid height differences at all costs. Almost. I just modified terrain underneath a high voltage line. Is that new? Not sure. Yes, it overlaps a bit there, but that's only some power lines. We can take care of those. Right, that looks challenging. Why did you need a tunnel through here? That's barely a hill. If I wanted to build a tunnel. Do I not have excavators out here? No, I don't. Then we won't really be able to do this in a way that we want to. No, but this is a long-term project. We have time and we have excavators. It's just a matter of getting them to where they need to be. Is that all of them? Well, it's not all of them, but it's enough. Right, and we try and head back. Where was it? Where was I? Here? Yes. That is a road vehicle step up. Yes, it is. Yes, we could use this to go and fetch them. But by the time I'd be done fiddling with that, most of these would already have made it here. So there we go. Now this I really don't even want to do without having some diggers on call, because I want to smooth out the terrain a bit. Yes, but out here, there's plenty of work to do here. There are no excavators here neither, it would seem. At least nothing's happening. Should one put a train diesel station in here? I mean, there will be one at that end, and there will be one at this end. Yes, then again, trains are a bit stupid and foolish when it comes to these things. Now, wait a minute here. Now you're actually going through what is quite, good farmland. And while admittedly it can be quite charming to have the railroad running straight through fields and everything, it will make things a whole lot more bothersome. I am not sure what's going on here. Maybe you can't do very long sections with the flattening thing. I don't know. Okay, well, whatever. And now we are pretty much home free here. We have this silly bit of railroad, which will act as a shunting piece. Yes, there will be a little choke point here. You will eventually go here and join up with this track like so, which means that we'll put move rather this semaphore from where it is currently here to there. Yes, and then is this the inner or outer? It doesn't make a difference really. Are we going to double track this all the way? Maybe. We are a rich nation nowadays. This may look ambitious now, but before you know it, we'll be right done with this. That's not what we want. Yes, it is struggling a little bit here with me, but it is. It's working. Should we do a commit? Yes. We did the commit. There, good. And more. This is just okay. No crap. That's not helpful at all. Okay, they haven't made it over here yet. No, they have quite a ways to go. But you know, we might as well get going on this. Right, 400 tons of steel, 5,500 tons, 5,500 work days, and lots of good stuff. Yes, there we go. And we're going to take, yes, the construction office of Molna. You got nothing better to do. Wherever the hell you are again, is this Molna? Yes, this is not very far away. But it will be a hell of a drive to get here. I mean, as the crow flies, it isn't very far away. Right, so it has to do that bit first, and then again we have to. It will automatically catch one of these, but not both. So we'll have to get back to that. There's quite a lot of railroad here, and it doesn't really connect to anything. It just, yes, it's a bypass through everything, straight through the middle here, or as good as one can get through the middle here anyway. One could also consider out here there is a railroad somewhere. Yes, here for example. Yes, this would not be bad at all if we could. I mean, if we could thread a piece of rail through here, but that's just not going to happen in a way that doesn't involve significantly remodeling the farms. No, something like that you won't. Okay. Right, there it is. I don't think it's possible to get a level crossing in here like that. No, it's too close to the field and things. Regrettably. So that route is not an option. And I don't suppose we left enough room here. No, these are really tightly packed together. Okay, how about doing... I mean, here is also the railroad. Yes, this indeed. And here we could do, for example, we could extend the land a bit, such that it would be possible to get the railroad by there. And then, I mean, here a tunnel is the only thing that is really a tunnel then that would then emerge here, where there is still lots of stuff in the way. Although nothing that shouldn't be impossible, that it shouldn't be impossible to deal with. If we really wanted to have a spur this way, for some reason. I mean, first of all, yes, we would want to be able to come off from here, and then also be able to go that way. Yes, and then we would like to be able to go from there to there somewhere, and also there to there. Yes, so far. So far we quite agree on this. I don't know if any train will ever use this, but we can make them use it if we would like. Now, we could also go around the mountain. That's road. That's not railroad. No. Tunnel is what it is. And double tracking a fair bit of the way here. Up until the tunnel entrance, more or less. Yes, there are certain things here that they will struggle a lot to build, such as these, and I won't even bother. Well, okay, you this thing, for example. Yes, and also these. I mean, yes, the train can get in here to build it, but it won't be able to go back. But that, from here we can build. We just put in a little bit of a temporary thing here. Like that. That should allow construction trains to do what they need to, or more or less. Now these semaphores are no longer very correctly placed. I don't know, they should not be necessary or safe. Neither, necessarily. Has anyone picked up, Valkavisk has picked up on that, no one's picked up on that. Was it this one that you picked up on Wavkavisk? Yes. Then Molna, you are going to... Road connection does not exist. No. It doesn't. This is annoying. Yes, we'll let you work on that as far as you can. Whilst you're doing that, you're of course blocking just a piece of the rail network, which is only a little bit important after all. And I mean, we could come out about here and then do like a viaduct or something above all this crap and not have to deal with it so much. Maybe. Have you tried building railroad bridges in this game before? I have. Then you should know that they are not that amenable to, things, bridge pillar collisions. They don't deal well with that at all. From about here to somewhere on the other side of the mountain. Yes, hello. Be careful now. Somewhere like here. Come on. Yes, come on. Yes. No. Yes. Two there. And then you. Like that. Okay. Now we of course have the slightly interesting challenge then of getting possibly something over here. It's not going to happen. There are going to be so many buildings in the way. And other things. Yes, what about some other infrastructure is still in the way though. Yes, but say we wanted to land out here somewhere for some reason. We are rather tall, I think, a bit high up, so to say. Come on, excavators, you have to work harder. Okay, I was quite zoomed out there. That's plenty tall, I think. Okay. There, for example, it is showing green. Yes. And it is going slightly downhill. It is a nice it is not a bad viaduct. No. And we just need some way for these trains to make it down here. And also we would like to start double tracking this as soon as possible. be mindful now. You have this thing to consider too. How the hell are we going to do this in a good way? I'm not sure we are going to do it in a good way. We might have to do it in a little bit of a bad way. But never mind. We just want a fair bit of queuing space here, such as this. I mean, we are building a lot of railroad here, and we are not putting in any extra train diesel stations or anything of the sort. Okay, from the other direction, you're going to find it a bit more difficult to get that queuing space in. Yes, you know what we should have here? Is there a power line or something in the way that I'm going to tear down here? Oh. Because what we're doing then is a traffic circle. Or a roundabout, whatever you prefer. These cancel. Just take a look here and see that, yes, things are going great. They're growing. Nothing remains there. No. I think we need more space for the roundabout than we currently have. Right, it doesn't have to be round, it just has to be something. It doesn't have to be a complete circle anyway. But swing out a little bit like that, and then it could at least be something resembling round. But I suppose it's not going to be. No. I think we'll take this all the way out here to not be in the way unnecessarily, and then try and yes. Yes, that's pretty much what I had in mind for it. There's a little bit more to hook up here, but that should not be too difficult. Although there is quite a height difference to overcome here, as we can clearly see. We shall do our best. Okay, too steep. Yes, I could agree that it is a bit too steep of a descent. Although we need you to go there, that's not going to happen. Well, one thing that can quite easily happen though is that we can rearrange the mountain here slightly. such that we get the tunnel entrance on more on this level. Something like this. Oh, and try and we got an autosave right timely there. Now, if you would hook up to the existing bit here, I don't think that you're going to, but if you would, is that it? It cannot possibly. Well, it seems to. Then it should also be possible to. Okay, I'm going to trust it then. Yes. Yes, I think so. There will be a lots of waiting involved here when there has to be, since this is such a long piece of single track. That said, though, here I think that we could get a little bit of a passing track in here. Space to queue at least one train, possibly. Yes, I am amazed as well. Okay, you managed to do that, then we should also be able to assign that, yes. And even though I made things so very much prepared for you here, you are still confused about this. Yes, I'm all for building it myself and such, but certain things aren't just aren't worth it. Such that ought to do it for you. Yes, it did. And you could do this bit too, maybe. And if we wanted to provide a train diesel station out here for some reason, it could actually be done. We have a roundabout here. Is there any reason we would like to take the railroad in this direction? There is plenty of railroad over there. It is if we wanted to go in here for some reason, where there is not railroad currently. It will probably turn out then that I have built the railroad. There is no oil anywhere near here. Up here there is oil. Here there is no railroad, but here there is rail. Yes, it could be possible to do something if one wanted more oil for some reason. 109,000 tons of diesel in storage now. We should look out here. Is it done? I just thought of it, the tanker. No, it is not. But it is getting there. 60%, yes. Missing mechanical components, you say? Why don't you go get some? You could even go get. You can go get everything. Lisa is about ready for another load. Yes, and this we have not used for anything. So far, no train has been down here. Maybe will not ever be. There's just so much stuff here, everywhere. There's still plenty of space to expand upon, though. Right. Say then that, I mean, yes, in my experience, the best, safest, and most good way to do a train diesel station when you have a roundabout here is to do a separate thing that just ends in the train diesel station. The question is, since this should also be remodeled slightly now, we can see here. As in a way, this game is forgiving. Like that, say. Yes, and then where would you put this train diesel station? Here, maybe. I mean, it could double back on itself, go out there, yes. But there is a train diesel station just down there. There is, if anything, it's somewhere along here that you'd want it. Have the diggers made it yet? Yes, they have. Very good. Then we can continue this. And we turn this on. I don't quite recall what exactly the plan was with regards to where we wanted to end up with this, but we'll start with something like that. And then, yes, we have railroad here, but that's a bit nonsensical railroad. There we have a train diesel station, but that's, that's a bit messy. Although we could make it unmessy, we could make it so that they are only allowed to use the train diesel station if they intend to pass on through. Yes. I might regret this railroad later on, But for the moment, this is sort of what we're trying to do here. Yes, I know it's possible to do a train diesel station with diamonds and things which will allow the trains to turn around and such, but I don't have the best of experiences with trying that It is incredibly slow when doing this. Does it make a difference if we pause the game whilst doing this? Not really. Yes. No, go as far as here and then do this bit with a bit more CPU cycles to spare. Yes, there we go. Okay, we have a lot more railroad planned in now than we previously had. And from this end, we have here, Oskarshamn. They might even pick this up automatically. Yes, they did. So these sort of things, sorts of things that we could maybe avoid then later on. Right, now this not yet existing railroad is existing as far as the signals are concerned. So we'll do something in here just to break that from everything else. Right? Yes. This might take a little while. You are standing still. Are you waiting at the signal maybe? Yes, you are. You are right behind your colleague. This is one of my finest pieces, I think, of railroad engineering. This particular bit here. Have we gotten anywhere on the houses? Not really. See, that's the thing when you plan in this much stuff at once. Yes, they work on all of it, but it takes them. The source of workers is empty. Yes, it's because you keep using them all, and because they don't arrive really that often. We could. Well, yes, we could do something here, since pretty soon we'll have a local workforce that can man this fire station. This bus line, which is currently here, yes, it has 2 vehicles. It can get 4. How many of these have we built now, really? It is quite a few. I mean, it's such an... I don't know what to do with them, really. put them on a ship and sail them off to some faraway land, maybe. Electronics assembly hall. Have you gotten missing electrical components? But the electrical components factory is operating without issue. That would probably be because the electronical component train is in here for the moment and taking all of it. And that in turn is making this thing wait, which also wants electrical components. This is not the best of times for you to be standing around in here. But you can go here. We can skip that stop this time. Yes, so here, all I did here was add this track. I had to demolish the bridge here because the track just refused to get in underneath. So there's a separate track in parallel with the other one. It's unsignaled. It's but since doing that, knock on wood, nothing's gotten stuck in here. We now have 31,000 tons of steel. What the hell? 21,000 in here. Okay. That's quite a bit. Yes, the demographic situation is under control. We have plenty of new projects planned in here. We have all of this to get going on eventually, whenever that will happen. We don't yet know. But the augmentation of the workforce here should make a big difference. Such as this. And now there should be, yes, we have 3 buses already heading here. Yes, we God damn it, 2 hours, 20 minutes already. What the hell happened? Anyway, we will be right back. Yes, and here we resume flying high above wherever it is we are. It's right here, the new town. Yet to be named Lolona. It's something. Lolona. I suppose that's Svidava. Svidava and Lolona. Svidava. Svidava. It's right there. We should have a name in the center of town, which is this intersection of Singriopol. No, not that. We should. I don't know. Haiti. I'm not quite sure of how to spell Haiti. But that was something. That's good enough. At least as a placeholder for now. Yes, indeed, for now it can be a placeholder. So, I think Yes, electricity has finally... No, they haven't gotten the last bit in here. There is something wrong with this. I had to... For the other one, I had to do this, and once I did, they got going. I don't know, something got stuck with it or something. Yes. How far do you think they've gotten already? It is pause. Sorry, I hit the button accidentally. How far have they gotten here? Not very far. No, maybe it wasn't the best idea to put Molna on this if we consider. Molna they should be working on this with the tunnel, and then they can make it out here, and then they can eventually, yes. Valkavisk, who is actually here, they could be doing this in their spare time. Yes, we should change this around. Yes. We'll try at least, see what happens if we get any more progress. We can see before we do too much, we can see how far they've gotten here. They're about to get to the tunnel. They have gotten to the tunnel. No, they have not gotten to the tunnel. 65. No, 3,346. Yes, that sounds more like it. For building a tunnel. And for this, I simply think that Molna will be more suited. They have much more workers. Yes, hello colleague. Hello. Welcome. You see that there are 99 people in here. So that should make quite a difference. Also, they aren't doing all too great on their current employment. No, so cancel one of them or something, make sure this gets on top. Because you have two of them, they're construction vehicles, and at least one of them should be occupied with this here tunnel. $2.4 million. Yes. 33,409 work days. Yes, and we're going to transport them here by train. Yes, and we can not use like a passenger train. We have to use. Yes, it is quite hopeless building. What should we call it? Trying to build. I should say. Trying to build that sort of thing here. The problem is, yes. And this is what we're rectifying, of course. This is so remote, considering rail-wise. But come to think of it, yes, we have this Valkavisk Rail Construction Office. You don't have anything to do right now? Okay. Which one of these did? This one is not assigned. You could do this, for example. And then, I mean, the people from Stockholm, up there, Kulturhuvudstaden, I mean, they don't have too far to go neither. And there are also quite a few people in there. And maybe then, this should allow us to work most efficiently from all directions. Where are you going, man? I'm getting my boundaries. Yes, sense of like Molna large, Valkavisk. Okay, so this one, the right one, will take over from Molna. Yes, we're actually throwing this around completely and utterly here. You have everything you need, right? Yes, you're not complaining about anything. Very good. Valkavisk Rail Construction Office. Yes, we can keep that around too. And this is how we micromanage building railroad. Unfinished railroad that we sort of done with Molna. Molna is this. Yes. Sad town. This is, although it has a church, so it is, a real settlement. It's not something that we have settled. It is a real village from the start. There are a few houses remaining. They don't work because there is no kindergarten, they claim. Right, sure there isn't. Actually, we might be lacking kindergartens a little bit. Maybe kindergartens have been things that have been burning down in Molna. So while we're here, if we could, yes, one there, lots of them. I really don't like it when they complain about the kindergartens, Here it is too tight. It needs flat terrain. Could we arrange? Not much. There's a power line. Yes, need flat terrain. Nope. Although out here, maybe here has stood one. I don't know. Here will definitely have a little kindergarten. Yes. Cheers again. Now it's just grapefruit juice, and tap water. It's ambitious here. Yes, really ambitious here. We're going to have to. God damn it! Let's see if I can arrange this without too much of a disturbance to things here. Could we? Yes, we should try and find something. Or what should we do? Either that, or you know what is a lot easier to do is just to do this. We'll be right back. Yes, pardon the unplanned interruption. It doesn't make a difference if it's planned or not. I don't know. Just get on with it. And unless so we don't forget. Thank you for remembering. More kindergartens in Molna. That was 3. Maybe not in the most optimal of the here somewhere. Yes, about here, I think. And also with a connection there. Yes, Molna, they don't even get, paved streets here in 1998. And really, what is it? I think you could add at least 50 years to it. Yes. Or possibly 70. I should give that a think, maybe. Yes. Let's see here now. Unfinished railroad. Were you finished with this? I don't know. But have they gotten out here yet? Yes, they have actually. We could build a rail construction office here. So we have workers. We have the workers. We have all material except gravel. But there is potential for gravel here. If we do a quarry. Yes, if we do a quarry, then it's mandatory we do an asphalt plant. We don't already have, all the streets and everything. You still don't have electricity. Come on. I'm hitting the money button pretty soon here if no workers show up. 46 workers you have on this bus. How far away is it? And how long had they been traveling? Not too bad. 1 hour, 20 minutes. Simply too many projects at once. Then you don't get any progress at all. At least it doesn't appear so. And then the thing starts getting finished, and then before you know it is all done. Yes, colleague, you know that spot is not really suitable. Over there, yes, much better. Oh, here we have the pub is finished somehow. Although the road isn't finished, but okay. Great, but it's about to be maybe. No, well, they are working on it. 33 work. Yes, it will be another phase, and they will have to stop everything and bring in the light poles and such before we can get to that. Yes, rail construction office, quarry. You know, what we could do if you don't want to do a quarry is an aggregate unloader. Yes, and hook up even more rail here to all this crazy things that we already have going on. Well, here is you should probably not touch this. They haven't. This is not good. You need to work on this. I expect these things to be done, you know. That seems to be quite far away from a fire station, does it not? Yes, all of this seems rather far away from a fire station. So this place sort of beckons a little bit for a fire station. Now we will have workers within commutable distance. So what we will do is a pretty standard setup. Should we try the cloning feature if we could? Let's see. Like this. Well, I think here you will get plenty of other stuff as well, such as you know, railroad bridges and that sort of stuff, and we don't need that. Is there a standard setup for these? Yes, maybe if we think about out here. Here is something that is pretty standard. It has an electric heating plant. Okay. Well, yes, I would. We can try this. Clone. Yes, we clone. Okay, we clone. Okay. Yes. Now it. What the hell is this going to? And what's going to happen here, you think? Yes, is this suitable to get in here? Yes, it would kind of be. Actually, this might work. This might actually work. We did get a bit unnecessary road there, which we can't really get rid of. This will work. The heating plant is intended. It can be anywhere. Yes, so, like about there. Yes, it will even already have electricity, which is fantastic if we put it over here. Okay. That did make things a little bit easier. I have to say. Although it has to be quite specific thing you need, but this is really one of those things that's just we need to just repeat every here and there. Right. And this, if this is too far to be picked up, I don't know what. It shouldn't be. It's just that they have plenty of other things to do. Yes, there's plenty in range. But I think that we should let them finish here first. Yes. In fact, it's quite important, I think. This has electricity. Good. Does it have heat here? Oh, they have electricity, finally. We did lose quite a few people because due to not having electricity for a very, very long time. But now we finally do. Not at the school, though. No, it doesn't. That did not reach. Okay. Fine. And there aren't any children here anyway, because not that many people are living here. They cannot get food, they say. Why not? Have you tried walking to the store? It's very close. Have you tried working at the store? What is this now? Yeah. Lots of things, lots of problems, which will eventually solve, maybe. It is a shame that we lost so many here due to unhappiness. Yes, and the only reason for being unhappy was that they didn't have any electricity this summer. In the newly built, fantastic, very nice house, town, and everything. They were without electricity, and they did not trust us here to be capable of bringing them electricity in time for winter. So this is a bit much. We could cut this down to like absolute minimum. Yes, work here, please. That is very important. Do they have a kindergarten here in the vicinity of this? Otherwise, you could think we could have maybe. Let's see if we do this. And then put on that for just a little bit. Let's see here. Maybe we could row up. Yes, put on row. A few kindergartens here. No, you are in the correct. There you go. Actually, we can have. Very, very, very tightly packed kindergartens. Yes. That's very much of help. Look at that. Perfect. Hey, that will be. Although I'm not sure that we have critical mass of people here actually. See, only 2 workers at the shop. 31 workers can't work because there is no kindergarten or places available. Indeed. And how many? We have 73 productive age workers. This should be possible to work out, for you. I don't think that we're going to forcefully move any more people because these buildings will get finished soon, and if you don't shape up, these will get the opportunity instead to show what they're made of. Yes, the pub is finished. We should just add it to the distribution office. Set off top. Can't find path. No, that did look suspicious. Or is it? Whatever. Yes, it worked. We didn't build it though, but what the hell, at some point. Yes. Yeah, one worker here. Rustem, yes. Good on you to do the work that no one else seems to understand needs to happen. Should we continue arguing with the algorithm about that? No. And the thing is that they have all their road construction gear is sitting around. So they could well be doing this. Lots of this. I mean, all the dumpers and that sort of thing. What do we have here? We have steel coming. And there's a train waiting there. Yes, it's waiting because there's a long block here. Very, very long block. Which we're going to keep just as is. This is all working now. Very good. It may look a bit chaotic, but it is not. It is well thought and planned out. And why were both of those? Oh, that was green. Yes, that is red. That is correct because there is a train in here. It should maybe it gets. It should then get blue and then get red again. There, yes. Working as intended, all of it. Except for the sound engine, of course. Right. Shotahiti kindergarten 6. As these will take. I think that we should have. We afford ourselves the luxury of one of these, and also force a bit more here into it. Yes. I feel slightly worried. I possibly shouldn't. We're going to construct a little island here to put an electrical substation on. Yes, because we are very tight for space, and here's where we need electricity. So that's what we do. We could even get a switch in, apparently. You think that will hook up there? Maybe. The switch doesn't really, I don't think, will do much good, because, yes, in that way there is no way we're getting a medium voltage wire across there, not even a high voltage. But it's good practice, as we can clearly see here. Yes, it's a little bit ugly. Maybe. Yes. How many workers we got here? Okay, plenty. 130. Okay. Total time traveling 2 hours. Okay, they don't stand around here for long. We make use of them. Yes, that's the intention. Until we get a bit more solid out here. We are not very solid. I mean, this place you really don't need to be working here at the embassy. Imperialist Sweden. We don't need to be working for them right now. We have a bit more important things to tend to. And I see something here. There should be a little shortcut. Into here maybe. Temperature in building is too low. Oh, it isn't covered by it. Oh. This is though. Yes, okay, so it's not far away, but it is too far away. Yes, that we're just going to have to bite a bullet on that and put a nice piece of infrastructure here, right down here. We could extend the fake island a bit to include a heat exchanger. Yes. Except that there's a power line right here on the island. Yes, but that's going to do. Yes, back there, heat pipe, big, to the heat plant we go with this. Overlaps with existing construction. Oh, we went straight into the future power line there. Sorry, we go up a bit taller. Yes, is that a bit ridiculous tall? Yes, it is a bit ridiculously tall. We try and have a little bit higher standards here. We could try and go underneath, and then go. No. Why bother? Come on, just get it done now, please. Overlaps still. God damn it! It's going to be something. Why not do that? And there, we're not going to do it. Unless we're forced to because of length, maybe. Yes, the heating plant is all the way over there. So a shorter route as possible maybe ought to be in order, but then again, this is space that we want to use for things other than heat piping and stuff. Okay, that's ridiculous. Okay. We don't want the teachers and the students, the children, which they don't appear to have children here. They have babies though. Yes. Very good. Yes, these are of course only adult children. They have been living with their parents until recently, and then they just get thrown out here in some place they don't know. Also, we need to get ambulances out here. We shall try. Ambulances. Do we have? We do have a lot of W140s. We have an incredible amount of them. I don't know how many hundreds. Production has even stopped. No place for finished vehicle. Yes, I don't know what to do with all these. Put them on a train, a very, 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 very long train, and sell it to the Soviet Union, which doesn't exist anymore. No. They are still current. It's 98. We could sell them to anyone we want, or we could keep them. Right now, though, we're looking for an ambulance and. Ambulance. Yes. Hey, here we have. Very good. Thank you. We're now going to fly across the land a little bit to about here. And something like that, yes. Then you just do clicking. We can move closer here, so we don't have to move the mouse as much. In between each click, there I lost one. Ambulance, there I lost another one. That they will have to make do. Bus platform. No workers. Yeah. If they could be bothered, this place should be manned, staffed by local population. After all, here 94 workers without job. I would guess that you have just moved in. That's right. This is a through street. Here, through this house. You forget about that. That's really nice. Do they, as they disappear and emerge? No, they are visible the entire time. But they glitch a little bit on the... Or maybe there's people coming out of the house. Could well be. For them, no, they will get the connection there later on. Right then. Is anyone working here? Yes, much better. Much better. Now everyone should be happy. Even you. Yes, you're happy too now. Yes. You can laugh at the ones who left. Because the problem wasn't food or anything. It was just electricity. Yes. And it was summer. Yes. What the hell? And you were living in a nice place by the lake and everything. Quitters. Yes. So, I don't know. Now, what else? We have plenty of projects here planned in, especially here, but okay, you have a sort of a signal situation going on. Yes, we could, I think in the middle here would be a good spot to start, to fence off a bit. Yes. And then I don't know, have you gotten anywhere on this end of things? Well, a little bit, yes. Where did we fence you off? Here, we fenced you off. We should probably move those a little bit here. Up to here, maybe. Oh, you know what? They can do it all the way to... maybe not all the way to the roundabout, but to here, yes. There's still quite a bit of ways to go. Still, if we would only have to transport workers from locally here, this would go a whole lot quicker. Are you the culture capital, or what are you? No, you're Vavkavisk. Okay, what are you working on then? Are you working on anything? Not really. There's plenty of things to do. Though this could be my fault. Yes. Okay, and you will also do this. I suppose. Yes, we're keeping them around. We're going to need to click around here a bit with them, most likely. For a bit. See, this is more like it with the building, when things actually start happening. Yes. When the construction officers aren't ridiculously overburdened. Things work out a little bit smoother. We could maybe open up the embassy even. How many people are we here, you think? Did we get around to building a city hall? Nope. Not yet, but it should be something. City hall. Town hall. This is pretty nice. This is small. 25 workers. That's just as the stock one, I believe. Down here, we can build due to infrastructure. Yes, with a lovely view of the heat exchanger and the substation and lake, of course. One thing that we could do with all these W140, we could put them on a ship, maybe. Could we put them on a ship? Has this made it back yet? Yes, it has. Is it? They're working on it. Good. If we would like something can load vehicles on flatbed 17,550 tons. Yes, but that's 56 million. 56 million. 56 million. Okay. Cargo ship. 11-20 tons. That's not so much. But it's something. Ignatov. I really would prefer, that one. Should we get a license to build one of those? Maybe. Yes, of course we should. Yes, how much was it again? 56 million. Something like that, yes. We're going to need to find ourselves a long train here, which could be in here. This is not that long though. We should have... Yes, here we have plenty of open wagons. Yes, could we get a locomotive down here, you think? Well, you couldn't possibly go here. Because we happen to have like a lot of them in here. In Bara Harald. And so I'll take this locomotive maybe. If that's allowed. It's full. Yes. Yes, but I think if I could get a locomotive in here and hook all these onto, it would not be full any longer. No. Yes, we could hook all of these up to here and use this train depot instead, maybe. But I don't know what's in this, if anything. There could be stuff in these wagons. Yes, this is accelerating as always, isn't it? But we will get eventually at the end here of this. Yes, the intention is to get a very long train filled with cars here and sell until we can buy a ship. Although looking at it now, Western vehicles, we only have the Mercedes really. Here, and there's mostly snowplows. Yes, which won't pay well at all. Okay, now then, would you please change depot or workplace to here? Yes, you would. Would you then also please go to there and then there is load. I suppose I cannot add it as a stop since it is heading there anyway or something. Yes. Here we go. You went for a refuel. And here we have quite a lot of open wagons too. So that's good. I see this here. If we were to do, I don't know if I have the patience quite for this business, you know. I doubt it. But there we have quite a few wagons, and if we now take this, and if you would be so kind as to accept this as a new home. Which you seem to have done. You go again, and again, and again, until they're out. And when they're out, you go here instead. Yes, we could have made a little shortcut maybe for it. But then again, there's nothing wrong with going around for a bit here. There we go. One more time. Yes, as long as they have wagons available, and they will. At least one this trip too. Maybe one more. And then you're getting into the territory of serious railroad breaking train length. And there's really no point. Other than breaking the railroad. Of course, here comes something, but that has steel on it. Okay, let's see what okay, hello. Yes. They don't have any more there. Okay, I think that this will do. This will actually do without the steel wagons too, I think. Yes, click and drag and drop, and we'll have a few of these. I think that's enough. 9, okay. Yep. And one of these. Yes, and we should move things down to a regular pace here now. Okay, you can go, for example, here and see what you get. And see what you get, and then we want dollars, but I mean the only way that we're going to get that sort of money is to sell nuclear fuel. But we can start with something, at least here, a bit more humble. But we all know where this is going. Yes, nuclear fuel, current worth 46 million. That's getting pretty close. And this is a pretty long train. It may well cause severe issues here on the railroad. Let's check it out. We'll try something different here. At the Summer Cottage by the Vajaslav Meshcherin Orchestra. I don't know what to make of this. Except that I should turn the game sound down slightly. There, they got a whole lot louder. All of a sudden, yeah. Right, I'd like to see a train passing by here. See this thing in action, actually working. I mean, I'm all for dynamic range in music and such, but this is ridiculous. They are just twiddling with the volume knob every now and then. Okay, so how much do you think this will be then? $1 million too? It actually was worth a fair bit. $2 million. $2 million. Yes, I think we can live with that. It still is many cars though to get to one of those ships. Yeah, it's about 8. What? There's 80 of these trains, and how many cars? I don't know. You count. There are 5 on each wagon. Now I know that the Deltic class 55 Deltic here is capable of high speed, but maybe you should take it a bit easy, considering the worth of the load you're carrying there. It is a very light train though. Yes. There isn't a train waiting here for some reason. And now this year it is doing much better. As you see, we're back on the positive inclination. Path signaling at action. Yes, that would have had to wait. still think I'd prefer it if it wasn't, automatic, and if we got a different semaphore type for passing. But this is what we have. It's working rather nice, isn't it? Look at all the trains we've got here. Who would have thought it when the plans for this railroad were laying in? The railroad itself seemed unattainable at the time. That we'd have an enormously long train here with $2 million worth of Mercedes rolling on it. But this is nothing really for us. This is barely anything. There's a little bit of unnecessary complication maybe going on there. Or it is all necessary, I don't know. There's a construction train probably heading back to Molna, I would think, after working on the tunnel. More pass signaling in action. Yeah, this is going to take a while to get to the border, and it's all a railroad that we've seen before. What we haven't seen before are an enormous amount of Mercedes. But could we ride on a Mercedes, you think? Could we sit? Okay. Yes, this is some sort of experience, I suppose. I've certainly not experienced the railroad like this before. I don't think it's a very good experience, though. But now we can, instead of zooming in on the locomotive, we get to center here instead. As we're heading through all of this, the first roundabout, I think it was, we built this. It's a nice one too. And it has since gotten a road bridge over it. Yes, we're really at the point now where we're just building lots of infrastructure for the hell of it, for the sake of it. A forklift garage in Polo here, okay. This really is quick. We'll soon be at the border at this rate. Okay. What time is it? Time is actually bedtime. Yes, I have to get more strict on this. This is not working out well at all. Well, this is working out excellently. Yes, this is working perfectly. The TBD here is working great. You see 56,700 people. A new town, shot 80 on the rise here. It's and the kindergartens are done. No babies. No, they haven't gotten to that point yet here, but they will. And I bet that even these kindergartens won't be enough one day. This seems to be another one of these doomed projects that just won't get finished. You have electricity now? No. Why aren't you getting to things like this? Do you really still have so many things to do? Well, you do have quite a few things to do, yes. And it seems quite busy here. As you need to be building this pipe is quite important, you know. If we could, for example, get workers in here from here, although this, I think that there's a better platform for you, which is here. Okay, maybe not. Lumberjacks. Do you really need all of them? Yes, you take them to the coal mine later on. Okay, well, we can try this instead for you. It might be better. It might not be. We shall see. You know, it's not even that far away. It's just over here. This road. And later on we'll even have a railroad here. Going through the mountain. But this will take many years to finish. Those would be the Mercedeses being unloaded. Are we clearing junctions and points and so on? We have sent very long trains down here before, but apparently not. Yes, we have sent even this long trains down here before. It's just that there is a semaphore here for some reason. There you go. Should we do that again? I don't know. We could. 17 million. Yes, well, it was 56 million to get a contract to build one of those. Um, 58 million. Yes, but we need it. Of course we do. Yes, that means here, people. Yes, nuclear fuel fabrication. Operating without issues. Very good. Very good. How much nuclear fuel do you have in stock? You have 2 containers there. How much do we have out by the power plant? Quite a bit. This one is full. This one is half full. We could empty this out once and see where that gets us. Then again, it's no use in doing that now because this will continue to increase or it will follow inflation in value. Yes, but if we exchange it for money now, the price for the contract will continue to rise and we will not get any interest on that capital, you know. It's a very realistic economy simulation in this game. there is no such thing as interest on your capital. No. If we could get a railroad onto here, it would be very handy. We have lots of cars here. I mean, it could be possible to just do. Okay. I'm not going to argue. Here neither, maybe. Too sharp a turn. I don't think so. There, and not there. I mean, okay, that's not going to work, regrettably. This could work though. Certainly could. I don't know for what exactly we're going to use all this, if anything. But maybe I feel like getting rid of all these vehicles at some point, because they are starting to get a little bit off everywhere, you know, as of late. Here, this will not work. But it could maybe if we went to remove that bit of road. See? Yes, we shall remove that and instead do something here and here. Now, if we drive a very long train in here, for example, it's going to block all the way out to here. That will put that pass signaling thing to the test. Did you get picked up? No. Why not? You're not very far away from here. You will. Eventually. Okay, could we do more while we're at it? Yes, we could do this one too. This is for nuclear fuel. Why not have a ridiculous amount of possibilities here when it comes to track selection and such, and where you can go with a train. Up here we really don't want anyone going anyway. No one is. I mean, this could probably work too. Something like that. And this maybe too, if we are no. But this could well work. Or not. No, there are crossings on the road there that are preventing it. As that too, and that too. Regrettable. Do we need? Yes, we need road. But that's like many of them hooked up anyway. Plenty, even. And that very, very, very long train should be back here soon. Should it not? Here it is. Yes, I'm a little bit afraid of where it chooses to go for refuel. It is not compatible with all places. Molna here, for example, it would absolutely not be compatible with, because it has to be shorter than that. Yes, which it is not. No. But this is rather nice. Yes, it is. Should you continue throwing vehicles away with this? No, we do it one more time, and then when you've done that, you can go to your depot up here. I never know what you're going to get with this. Come here, come here, come here, colleague. Yes, yes, here. No, no, not there. No, I see where you're looking. Don't go over here. No, no. You know that's where you're going to end up anyway. Yes. Okay, so all of this crap here, will it eventually be picked up? It must be. Yes, Molna. What are you doing out here? Well, they must be busy here. Remember, we're building railroad all over the place at the moment. Like, lots of it. You can tell from all the little construction signs here. Is it the case that they are even done here as far as they'll go? I think so. Right. Why don't you do this and this too, and this? Probably Vavkevisk was working on that bit. Yes, they most likely were. And out this way too could be your task. And now I closed it down. But here it is again. It's alright though. We should be quitting. We should. Yes, we must. That question mark is a snowplow at the bus stop by the steel mill. And come to think of it, I mean, this road into the steel mill, which is one way, and which is what is causing an issue here. Also, that this is not possible to drive through is also causing issues, and that the But the snowplow doesn't understand that as a service vehicle, it is allowed to break certain rules under certain conditions. All of those things contributed, but it still won't get it though. Oh, yes, you're preemptive, because in 7 days it is going to snow. No, you're going for refuel after having been going round here for I don't know how many years, but you wonder if we'll be able to see how much fuel, if you indeed fill up an endless backlog. Not really, no. Yes, I think we'll... what was that? Snow. Siberian Melody. This sounds a bit more like it. Yes, I played this before. This is good. This is in fact excellent, and it is also a bit reminiscent of the Transport Tycoon soundtrack, isn't it? A little bit. And here it comes again. Is it full? Oh, it got a little bit of different things. Hopefully only Western vehicles, otherwise we will get severely underpaid. But I think so, it looks like it to be only Western vehicles. Yes, we mostly build those. There is only snowplows that's not West. 2.5 million this time. And that ship is soon ours. Could we afford to buy one of those ships outright? I suppose not, because I don't know, because there is not space available, and apparently you can then not browse the inventory neither. Right? Yes, buy vehicle. This is what you want to do. Containing 23 million. Okay. You've been recently? Okay. We could sail these off too. Marine Diesellager and our third ship. I mean, we do have 116 tons of fuel. Not quite, but unload. Yes, the combined value here is now $10.4 million. Any bets on what we'll get? 6? Don't scratch Lisa here. She is special. You're always scratching, Lisa. Don't do that. You're supposed to be going to beyond the borders, by the way. And so are you. How many years has this been in the making? Plenty. Yes, we should go and have a little bit of more look at Chotahiti here and just make sure that everything is all right with it. Yes, this is all good. People are somewhat dead. Some cannot work due to sickness, but we have a plan for that here. Could not visit pub or tavern? Yes, you can. Don't be silly. We should open up this maximum production, maximum bureaucracy, whatever it is they do in here. We do in there. It would be lovely if they could drive to work here and park inside here. We even have handicap, but you see, usually the handicap spots are as close to the entrance as possible. But well, you could be wanting to go out here maybe for some reason, but that's usually how it is. In my experience, anyway. They can't do sports, but that's nothing too bad. 33 people jumped at the chance to work at the imperialists, svinen här. And the hospital is finished. Yes, that's quite enough. For the moment you'll be without ambulances. Yes, fire station is ready to firefight somewhat. 2 firefighters. Okay. No students in classroom, but yes, plenty of babies at kindergartens. So they will be coming. And there's snow on the 23rd of November, as always. It is a tradition, after all. Speaking of traditions, dear friends, thank you so very much for watching. Good night.